Welcome back. Today I'll be reacting to another video by Abba and Preach, and this one is called The Worst Apology. I believe this is an update to their previous video about Diddy, which I just watched actually. If you haven't seen it already, feel free to check it out. I actually shared a lot of my thoughts on this subject in that video, not just as it relates to Diddy's situation, but the concept of domestic violence in general. I think in relationships, it's important to be honest about the power dynamics that exist, whether they are physical, emotional, or financial. And if one partner has a significant advantage in any of those categories, it should not be weaponized to make the other partner feel unsafe or like they're in danger. If anything, it should be used to create a stronger bond, right? So if you're in a relationship and you make significantly more money than your partner, you shouldn't use that advantage as a means to exercise control over them. You should use it as a vehicle to enrich your relationship and to empower them. Same way as if you have a physical advantage over them, which in heterosexual relationships, most men are going to have a physical advantage over the woman, and that the average man is more imposing than the average woman. But you cannot use that advantage, which is inherent to you, right? So something that you're born with, to control or dominate or abuse your woman. And if you have some sort of emotional advantage, which admittedly, a lot of men out here are emotionally immature. Women often have a slight advantage over men in that domain. So what I'm trying to say here is that men and women are different, but we need not weaponize those differences against each other, especially not in something that is as sacred as a romantic relationship, because that's when both of you are supposed to combine your strengths in a manner that neutralizes those weaknesses that you have, because his strengths are going to compensate for her weaknesses, and her strengths are going to compensate for his weaknesses, thereby enriching both of their lives. That's what a relationship is supposed to be. Two people coming together to create a better life with each other, to help each other manage the hardships of their existence. Let me start the video.
Usually you're good on rating excuses, apologies. That's your thing. Yeah. And you're gonna rate this thing for us so we know what the heck going on. All right.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help.
I'm not in a position to decide whether or not this apology is candid. I know it's really easy to demonize people for their transgressions, as if you and I haven't made mistakes behind closed doors that nobody could see because they weren't caught on camera. But I do think we have to be mindful of that, of being able to empathize with the victim while giving the perpetrator room for redemption. Now, for all I know, Diddy could be a disingenuous dude, and this apology could be full of shit. But again, I don't think I'm in a position to judge that, which I know is something y'all probably want, right? Because everybody loves to be outraged at something, at somebody, to distract themselves from the things in their life that need to be fixed. So just keep that in mind.
I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
All right, now you dragging it. He's dragging it. He's dragging it.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Of course, nobody's really having it, but I really want to know, how would you rate that? Oh, that's a calculation face. Oh, it's crunching.
Again, this is just my own take. I don't think it's appropriate to rate people's apologies, you know? So that's not something I'll take part in.
The numbers.
I give it 3 Karen tears out of 10. 3.
3 Karen tears. Why so low, Abba?
The apology.
The apology.
Or the restitution has to match the act. If I smack you in the face out of nowhere, really hard, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
No, we fine.
But if I say something like, yo, like, oh, I don't think you look good out of nowhere, and you didn't even ask, like, hey, you know what, that's my bad, I shouldn't have said that. That's
that matches. That matches.
Yeah,
we have a match.
Someone says, I take full responsibility.
What does that mean?
I take full accountability.
What does it mean? When the allegations first came out, I remember he was calling her a liar. He was saying she was a liar. A bunch of people was trying to get him. It was untrue and stuff like that.
I did not know that. That shit is not cool. Because he doubled down and he tripled down on the lie and only apologized when the hard evidence came out, which does signal to me that the apology might just be a form of damage control.
My question to you is he sorry it happened or is he sorry he got caught?
That's a good question.
Fluffy Daddy just a few weeks ago.
Fluffy Daddy.
For the last couple of weeks, I've sat here silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, my legacy, my take that. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. He's talking about Cassie, the woman he was beating right there. Let me be absolutely clear.
Oh, clarity. You have clarity here.
I did not.
Oh, shit.
I never did.
Sleep with that woman. Wait, no.
Any of the wrong black man. Did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Signed, the Diddler. That was his response. And it's easy to take accountability once there's nowhere else to hide.
Hey, wow.
See, when you had the position of power, when your high-priced lawyers came through, was you about taking accountability then? No, you did everything to avoid it.
That's a bar.
Now that you have no choice but to take accountability, you're saying, I take, no, boo-boo.
At this point, that's just a common sense move. He would be a fool not to take accountability after that video came out. Because like Abba is saying, now he has nowhere to hide.
But to take accountability, you're saying, I take, no, boo-boo. You're not taking accountability. It's being shoved down your throat and forced on you. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. The difference between someone coming out of their own will and wants to come to apologize to you and someone having to do it because someone's holding a gun to their head, we know that difference. We know the difference. So the apology is trash. It's horrible. The only thing that could have made it worse was being like, I'm sorry you felt that I abused you. That's the only way that you could have made it.
No, because no.
You know those apologies?
No.
The apologies that are not apologies? I'm sorry you feel disrespected.
Yeah, but the video, we could clearly show that she felt something, and it was just not in her feelings.
Well, I'm sorry you felt like I beat your ass and dragged you across and threw a flower pot at your head. I'm sorry you feel that way. Crazy. That's a 1 out of 10.
In the last video that we did, I tried to see the perspective of the maybe. You know what I mean? Playing devil's advocate. But goddamn, playing devil's advocate is really just an expression. I'm not actually talking about the devil. But in this case, goddamn. No, you cannot be. It's just, for real, you know what? Son, I'm going to give you an advice for you. Shut the fuck up. Sit that one out.
Yeah, I don't know who advised him to put out that video apology. If I were advising Diddy, I would say, hey, bro, hide your face. Hide your face until this court case is over, because this looks bad. Work from home. Do everything remote.
Sit that one out. Sit down. Reflect on it.
Listen.
God damn.
Listen.
That's a complete disregard for people. If you coming out and that's your excuse,
You know what accountability would look like? Why don't you go on and admit all the other evil things that you claim you never did in a statement before? Go ahead and admit to those things. Don't just apologize. Don't say you're asking God for forgiveness. There's people you hurt on this earth that you have to pay restitution for. And it ain't just God that you got to look to. It's got to be the people that you hurt.
And I will say that where there's smoke, there's fire. And for years, we've been hearing about Diddy stepping on people in order to advance his own career and make more money, which is not uncommon, right? To get to billionaire status, I don't think it's possible to be a genuinely good human being. Now, that's just my opinion, because the things that you have to do, the moves that you have to make, the people that you have to betray to get there, man.
Now, they can choose not to forgive you, but have you ever tried to actually make amends for all the evil things that you've done to people? Have you begun to sow the seeds to undo the wrath that you've brought upon the land? It's not enough to just, I'm talking to God. Okay, well, you know what? God also wants you to take action in real life.
Some of us are not Christians.
You slap your wife, you don't go just talking to God.
Preacher is stupid.
Who do you have to talk to? It ain't Ghostbusters. So I just see stuff like this, and the mentioning of God bothers me. Not because I don't think there's nothing good to come from like having that conversation and finding that forgiveness in yourself and with your higher power. Good. There's people here that you hurt. Yeah. That's the one portion of it. The second thing is, the more you peel back the layers, like when you go read the Cassie allegations, like there's dozens of things from her being trafficked by this guy, him sitting in the corner while other dudes are taking like she's being forced to do these things. There's some really disgusting stuff that he needs to. You want arrested? Come and actually admit to what you did.
Because the thing is, you just apologize for that day.
Yeah.
In the book is full. What about the other days?
Yep. What about the other people?
What about the mother of your child, of your kids?
Yep.
It's the other things. It's the things that we did not see. The things that are not backed up. The things that are not backed up with a camera. The things that we don't know about that you know.
Mm-hmm. Things because they think they're the right things to say. And look, I think it's just lip service. So that people just say the right things because they think they're the right things to say. And look, I get it. You're ashamed of something. Maybe you did something bad. You don't want to come forth and admit it. You deny because you're not ready for the social ostracization. Then it blows up in your face and now you can't deny. So you got to... I think there's ways which I can understand someone denying the evil things that they've done. But you also have to understand that people are not going to give you the grace that you didn't give them when you lied to them. You haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. And if you want it, you got to take action. That's all that matters. But the truth is, this man has done a lot of evil things. Everything from beating all the women in his life to including his mother. When I heard he was slapping his mom, I'm like, hey, yo, some of y'all built different. That's crazy. And you go on to learn all the weird, funky shit that this guy's done to supposed men in the industry as well. And it's like, you're taking responsibility? My friend, I don't think there's enough bullets that you can put in your own temple to take responsibility for some of the evil shit that you've done. Damn. But hey, that ain't for me to decide. That's for the people you hurt and your maker. So the internet's not the one you got to be apologizing to. They're not the ones who were hurt by this. They're not the ones who were beaten for 10 to 11 years.
The apology, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But I'm not having it, really.
I mean, even the apology, like, what did he admit to? It was so short. And he didn't admit to nothing. He didn't talk about how he's doing restitution. He didn't talk about... Like, if you think about it, the PR never ended. This isn't an apology. This is just enough so that the people who want to support him can feel like, oh, well, you know, he's talking to God. Oh, he's doing the steps or whatever it is. Boss, guess what happens when you beat people up for years and you beat them repeatedly with weapons? You go to jail. That's what happens. You don't get on Instagram and make a video and get away with it. How you take a responsibility? Walk your ass to the courthouse and then I'll believe you. Yeah. Walk your ass to the courthouse, admit it to all the things that you've done, okay? Go to jail, and then maybe we can actually have a conversation.
That's accountability, and that's responsibility.
Yeah.
Take the plane back. Come back.
All the guys, all the people I saw who were getting on videos loudly defending him, then this video come out, they make a little, get on camera, huh? Get on camera.
Yeah, but you know how it is, bro. Especially in this red pill era, like, men automatically feel inclined to defend other men, especially when those men are influencers, because they know that society is at a weird place where men and women are at each other's necks. So what's going to get views and clicks and likes is when, as a man, you automatically rush to the defense of another man without even knowing all the details. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, these fucking YouTube dudes automatically rush to Diddy's defense when all this came out. I'm just learning about it today, which is May 24th, so like weeks after everyone else found out about it. Apparently there are many lessons to glean from this situation, and the most important one is that, man, men and women, we need to work with each other to create a better society. You know, if you're a man, you can't be out here beating on a woman. Like, that shit look crazy, G. You know, in Fresh and Fit, they're known for like all that combative energy against women and shit like that, and they normalize it. You know, you got these all these influencers yelling at women, calling them names, beating them up, and then on the other side you got the women treating men like they're wallets. Every time they see a man, it's for what he has, not who he is, and that also creates division. So, man, we just got to come together. If you mess with this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me what else you think I should check out. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.